Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martridge, and this is your outlook for September 17th, 2014. And high pressure is going to be in control of our weather today. Just today, though, it's going to be sitting right over top of our area here. So we have a mostly sunny day and another nice day, much like yesterday, with not too many clouds in the sky and very low humidity. This high pressure is going to be short-lived. A cold front's going to be moving through the area here, and this is going to be coming through later on Thursday. It's going to be coming through unabated in the sense that you really won't even notice that it came through. Not too much in the way of clouds, no showers, no precipitation with it, but definitely later in the day on Thursday, this front will come through. And here's a look at early afternoon where this front is sitting up here, and it's going to very quickly move to the south here and move through our area. What this is going to do, though, you will notice it Thursday night. We do think temperatures are going to get down quite chilly as we get into Thursday night. We'll head over to the GFS. This is a snapshot of our coverage area, the northern half of our coverage area here. And these are the expected low temperatures on Thursday night and early Friday morning. You see places like Allentown in the mid-40s, Reading in the mid-40s. But up here as you get north of there, up into the Poconos, northern New Jersey, northwestern New Jersey, and up in these areas here, we're talking about the possibility of frost because you're going to have clear skies and light winds that will allow for that cooling to take place and for the condensation on the grass to freeze. So we will have temperatures that are going to be in the 30s here, of course not at freezing, so we're not talking about a freeze warning or freeze advisory here, but there will be frost advisories, we think, for areas north of this line, and that includes the Scranton area where it's supposed to get down and into the upper 30s here. Same thing with Mount Pocono, expected to be 38. Northwest New Jersey is going to be cutting it close at 41 up here in Sussex, but you know, I think anywhere up in the Poconos will be fair game, especially the valley locations that are typically are prone to fog, and those morning dew there will have that temperatures low enough to support frost. So we will have our first frost for those areas. And conversely, here's a look at Sunday. This is going to be a tale of the next couple days. Is going to be a tale of two different types of temperature regimes. We're going to have very chilly both Thursday night and Friday. Friday, many areas are going to struggle out of the 60s, but then the winds are going to turn southerly. We're going to get back to this here. Winds are going to turn southerly here as we get into Saturday. I'll move this a little bit ahead so we get to Saturday, and that's because this high pressure. This is actually looking at Friday evening. This high pressure, which is pretty strong, is going to continue offshore. That's going to allow the return flow to become southerly and eventually southwesterly over the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, and that is going to allow for these temperatures to kick up here. So we get a little bit further here yet. Here's on Saturday. The high pressure is way offshore here. Another little high pressure starting to build up in here, right in this area here. It's going to allow the flow to come around these highs like this. So we're definitely going to have those warmer temperatures as a result. Then you have a cold front that's also going to move in through on Sunday, as we're going to help spike temperatures up a little bit more as well out ahead of it, with that flow becoming more southwesterly instead of southerly. So here's what we have for Sunday. Here's the bottom line. By the time we get to Sunday, you're talking about 80s right along or 80 degrees right along the I-95 corridor up to about New York City down to Philadelphia. Areas northwest of there, in the upper 70s from Harrisburg to Allentown, and in the mid-70s as you get across northern PA. So it's definitely going to be above normal as we head into this weekend, but nothing crazy. We're not talking about 90s. It's not the time of year for that. Okay, so going back to the maps here. Here's a look at Sunday. No precipitation to speak of. Here's late in the day Sunday. There is going to be a frontal boundary that's going to be approaching, but you see as it's moving southeast here, not a lot of moisture with it. So it's going to fall apart to some extent and maybe starved by moisture altogether because there's a system offshore. And then the best forcing, of course, is in association with this way up to the north here, as we've seen with past systems coming in here where there's not a lot of moisture to work with. This may be another case of where there isn't any moisture for the system to work with, the cold front to work through. So we do keep an isolated shower here, probably less than a 30% chance over coverage area. Models, again, not impressed with any precipitation overnight, but we'll leave that in there just for now, but it may be taken out in future forecasts. That front comes through on Monday, and as we get into next week here, high pressure is going to build in again, and we're probably going to have a threat even more so than this Thursday night with the frost deal, we're talking about several nights with clear skies and below normal temperatures at night. So we might have frost that are going to be heading down pretty far south. We'll have to see how that works out as we get into next week when it gets a little bit colder. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for September 17th, 2014. Have a great Wednesday.